I do have one thing that still makes me really emotional, like even now. Do you know the singer Sia? She's Australian. She's like SIA.
Oh, okay, yes.
So
I
she's got a song called Titanium.
Yeah, okay, yes,
I don't know if you
okay.
know it.
I'm familiar with the song. I
You'll
thought her
know
name
you'll
was
know it if you
Saya.
hear it. Yeah.
I try to be in touch with pop culture, but sometimes I show my age. I'm like, oh, is that Saya? Like I used to call the singer Sade. I used to call her Sade. I was like, hey, that's that Sade song, right? And they're like,
You know, it's an easy
Sade.
mistake. It's an
What's
easy mistake.
so
But
Saya has a song.
yeah, Sia has a song called Titanium, and so it's still played on the radio like quite frequently here.
Yeah.
And so this was a popular song. So at the time, I was a year four teacher, so the children were 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about right, 8 and 9, and this is a long time ago. But one of my pupils in my class had a parent who was deaf, and it was I don't do you do class assemblies in
Oh
America?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
do.
bet you do.
Yep.
I bet you go
Yes.
to town. Okay. So it was my turn for my class assembly. So, you kind of know like a term in advance that your assembly's coming. So you kind of prep, you write the little play, they learn a song, like very cute. I love those opportunities. And all the parents and carers are invited to come. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, the one thing that we did secretly, and I told this pupil, like, don't tell your mum that we're going to do this, is that I taught my children, with the help of a very good YouTube tutorial, taught my class, so my class of 30, to sign British Sign Language to this song by Sia,
Oh
because it was science materials, so that was the link, because the song's
yeah,
about
titanium.
being
Yep.
bulletproof.
Yeah.
So we did this whole like little cheesy assembly about circuits, and the kids were like being light bulbs and wires. Like it was awful but amazing at the
Yeah.
same time, as they all are. And then it got to like the last few minutes, and I was like, hit the speaker. I've got my little assistant there, the one child who just prefers to help,
Yes.
pressing play. And then all 30 stood up and they were singing while signing this song. And then the people hadn't told their mom, and she was in the crowd, and she just, it was the most amazing moment, because she just couldn't believe, because she couldn't actually she used to sign to her child, who would translate to me what their mom was saying. So I'd never really been able to communicate well with the mom, and it was just amazing to think, hopefully now she's understanding like what my whole class is saying to her. And it was
Oh
just so beautiful. And yeah, every time I hear that song now, it totally, how a song just transports you.
yep.
It just takes me back to being in that kind of that school hall that smelled a bit of feet and old dinners, and seeing that mum, just seeing that moment, and looking at her child, who again, naming no names, but the child had a really rocky journey. They'd only been in my class one term, because they'd come with anger management issues.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing their face, like as they were looking at their mom and their mom was looking at them, it was just magic. And those are the moments of teaching that you have to hold on to, because sometimes when all the rest is really grey and tough, it's so worth it for those little moments of magic that you get, right?
Knocking it out of the park. I mean that's the stuff you remember. And I in the United States, they have they always do like a teacher of the year and award, and the what they look for a lot of times. I've been nominated for teacher of the year so many times. I became like the
Wow.
Susan Lucci of, but here's the thing: whenever they give me the application for it, you look at the application, and the application is all right. What committees were you a part of? What trainings have you led? What how many what professional developments have you attended? It's very political, and you look
Yeah.
at it, and
And not child centered at all.
there's no student endorsements or parent endorsements. There's nothing about like what have you done to grow for student growth, or what have been some aha moments, or what are some things that you've done in a lesson. It had very little to do with what you did in the classroom. And to me, I always felt like that's not an award worth having. But having a moment like you just described, that's teacher of the year moment. That's worth 10
Oh,
teachers
thanks.
of
Can
the year.
you just give me like a virtual gold star?
Yeah, there you go. Gold star. There you go. You get a sunny day today. No, but that's what I think is missing is the focus on that, and it goes back to the why we're doing this, and why we're and I really wish that education could really make that shift towards how are we going to prepare these kids? How are we going to have more of those moments? Because I don't think these kids aren't going to grow up and go, I remember when Dr. Gibson got me to read that prep sheet, and I answered and I slashed my trash, and I eliminated 2 of the responses, and I was able to go back and use context clues.
Yeah.
Boy, I really, that's now I'm a valedictorian. Now I got the first place degree because of that. No, they're going to remember that student's going to remember what you did for her mom. And that's what we need more of, I think, in our education system. Catch full episodes of the Educators podcast every Thursday at 4 p.m. Real educators with the real issues in education. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, take care of yourself. Jeans passes for anyone who likes, shares, and comments on this video. Have a great week.